up, has that tack visor available if he wants it.
Transcendence,
the Transcendence, yeah, he's going to go down from Rogue. And Ryujahong actually used his as well. So everyone just utilizing all the ultimates that they can. Sound Barrier goes down. Toby still has his on the side of Lunatic Highs. Who are you? Doing the best cleanup, but he's just not able to get it done. And Rogue, that's the team wipe onto Lunatic High. It looks like that control point issue is most certainly still there, at least slightly, Pubs.
I mean, the tank play from Nox and Nico really on point. Looking at Nico especially to see who would win the D.Va battle.
Get this one out if they can. Got a little bit there, but it's still ticking up for Lunatic High. 97% now, as well as AKM taking a lot of harassment from the side. Rogue do manage to grab a couple of cute kills, and that's another one. AKM, nice snipe on the jump, and finally Rogue get some meaningful picks and switch over the point.
Yeah, really interesting start. uNKOE opening up with the Transcendence. Lunatic High backed away, tried to use Sound Barrier late to have an advantage in terms of health bars and thus the support ult advantage, but still, really nice opening picks from Rogue. Win them the fight. Lunatic High were happy to give them space, because of course they don't need to overinvest. They still have a couple of pushes to come back, and on the next push, they should have both Tack Visor and also Huayu's Dragonblade.
As well as that Primal Rage, which is going to be coming up. The Pulse Bomb hanging out there for Eska as well, but there's the Sound Barrier coming in for Rogue. The D-Mac's going to come out. Nico's going to possibly fall down. Baby D.Va does fall to Eska there. So no more defense matrix available up in here, and the Dragon Blade comes out, but it is going to be the pick as AKM still dealing with this. Tack Visor comes in. You can see the tracking's pretty good.
Beautiful, you might say.
Oh, absolutely. But he's just going to clean up. Nicely done.
Fires a Reinhardt shield to actually get out of spawn because they're being spawn camped on both
bomb.
sides.
As soon as at least able to get something here, as Nox is able to take down Toby. That's both supports dead. A big opportunity now for Rogue to answer back. Good reflect from Nico. AKM's going to Helix Rocket Zumba away from being alive.
Yeah, they finally managed to actually get out of spawn, find an angle, soon getting the pick onto the Zenyatta. What's the scan as they're going to bring in McCree on soon, so this is his first time off the Tracers.
Yeah.
Eska actually is picked off by uNKOE.
So already a good start here for Rogue, who are trying their very best to get off to a good one, because Lunatic High capped that first point so incredibly quickly. Nico is able to pick up that kill onto Miro as well, so very good signs thus far. And look, this is what you get when you can adapt to what your opponent is doing. A question mark that we certainly had for Rogue. It's exactly what we wanted.
So far, the kill feed has been all Rogue side. Lunatic High exposed by the adjustments. Great stuff to see. Is this going to be the final picks coming through from Rogue? This should be a pretty clean capture.
Yep, all too easy. Sleeping on the point there as well, as that's going to be it. Lunatic High wiped out, throw out at least the Transcendence to try and get some control, and soon he's going to be picked off by Huayu.
Reflected on the Deadeye, very nice.
And that's going to be the triple to answer. What was that, Nico?
Well, sometimes off screen, it turns out that you can get triple kills.
Yeah,
with
I really want to see a replay of where that ultimate was placed, because that must have been expertly done. Huayu hasn't been able to pick up anyone just yet. Good recall. Gets soon completely out of there, and that Dragon Blade was basically wasted.
Yeah,
on the side of
exactly.
Lunatic High.
Completely wasted ult, and let's see if Rogue can turn it. They feel like this is the time.
Well, there's the Tack Visor out from AKM. Has a Sound Barrier there to keep himself alive. Huayu's going to be taken down as well as Toby. They're capitalizing on this one nicely. Good Helix Rockets gets a lot of damage in there, and uNKOE follows up beautifully. The triple kill for AKM in the end, and that's 5 for basically nothing on the side of Rogue, and they make it to the second point.
Yeah, really clean stuff from Rogue, holding on to Tack Visor. They knew that defense matrix, actually there was just none left. All the juice had been wasted on the side of Lunatic High, and that meant full value from the Tack Visor. Now they're doing what Lunatic High was doing to them the previous time. They've pushed way up. Finally, they send someone back to push up the payload. They got a bit too excited there.
They were fent. Nico does have that Dragon Blade still available.
Oh, where's
Primal
the
Rage
nano
is there
boost?
as well. And you're right, only 40% on that particular ability. Dragon Blade does come in, and he gets the first pick. The reset onto Eska, and he's still trying to cut them down. Sound Barrier is doing a great job to try and stop him, but he isn't going to get taken, and soon's going to be able to take down that mech. That is so important to stop the defense from Lunatic High. An extra couple of kills, so Rogue once again staving off Lunatic High.
And I want to mention that is a successful Dragon Blade. They took out a support ultimate off the point and also got a pick. So the fact that he wasn't getting multiple kills was not the objective. Many times you pop that Dragon Blade just to pick up support ultimates and slow down a potential push from Lunatic High.
Well, they're diving very, very far in, and Rogue are actually going to be able to get 3 kills once again. Stopping
push
Lunatic
though from Rogue, or excuse me, from Complexity, or from Rogue, my bad. Coming from both sides at once, and they will be moving straight on into Vic with the Dragon Blade. Gonna be able to get 3 kills, and this probably has got to be it for Rogue. They're gonna be able to get this first point in just a second, barring some sort of miracle, and Nicholas's Death Blossom could have been that miracle, not able to make it happen. Rogue will get the first point.
Horribly committed that Graviton Surge at the end as well, which was a slight mistake. That's such a huge ultimate to have available coming into that final point. Or maybe you overestimated how many of his teammates were left alive, but now...
AKM going down as well in that fight. So a couple of wasted ultimates, in fact 3 for Rogue. TviQ might waste his as well, or will he be able to pull a miracle? He gets 3. Will he be able to get a 4th? Is TviQ going to put the team on his back and make this happen here?
Well, this team is going to stall for as long as they can. We're certainly going to see a Mei coming out of shape just to delay even further. It's finally being captured here. It's about almost a 4th of the way through, but TviQ can't do much more than this, or can he? Still has a 200 HP. He's still not being focused on. Reinforcements finally going to be there to help out. The charge is going to land on AKM as he's going to fall, and Complexity might have finally held.
Oh, just barely, but here comes the Transcendence. Going to heal on TviQ all the way back up. We do have the Mei in play for Complexity just to delay, but it's going to be 2 kills in a row as Rogue making it happen. There's TviQ. He has gone nuts. He hasn't died in 45 seconds on the point. They needed to focus him much, much earlier, but this is the final moment for Complexity. They're going to drop out of the tournament, and Rogue advances to face off against Envious in the semifinals, Jason.
Towards Harry Hook. Wins is going to fall down. That's the response coming out from TviQ here. The pulse bomb coming out on AKM. May have 1/4 coming in a moment himself. He lands it onto no one in particular there, but at least he picks off TviQ out in the distance. But he's lost his teammates. He's running out of support on this point. All he can really do now is trying to dash and dive around, stay alive, play for time, and there's TviQ with the Dragon Blade as well. That's exactly what AKM needed. Reinforcements in the form of TviQ and Genji will take that happily.
It's still scrappy though, right? It wasn't necessarily the clean take that we saw Envious go for, but it was a take nonetheless, and it comes down to the transition from that first point hold into...
Keeping him topped up. TviQ trying to do the opposite to Envious there, coming in with a Dragon Blade, finding Tailspin, and gets TviQ. 2 key targets going down. TviQ, a key part of Rogue here that need to keep this fight going, but Rogue need to clean Envious off quickly and take this point.
They've been taking one single checkpoint though. Even with the Graviton Surge will solidify enough kills coming through, but now time is going to respawn back on. Even Internet Hulk is going to be here. Are we going to see maybe a Mei come out just to drag this out, take every second you possibly can off of Rogue?
That precious seconds there for TviQ as he Wraith walks on towards the point, but a sound barrier comes down for Rogue. They want to hold it, they've got it in their grasp, and they need to finish things off now. Envious are too far in front as it is. TviQ there at least managed to take down Coco's. Meki coming back in on that Diva to try and stall this point out. At this stage, that's all Envious can afford to do. Make it a longer process, and they do, but Rogue very close to taking it now as well. Contested, it's Internet Hulk jumping up in the air. He's picked down. Chips high and switched to the Soldier 76 just so he could run back and reinforce as quickly as he could. The Mei pick comes out there as well, buying some good time for TviQ. And still, this point is in stasis. Somehow Envious are putting one after one after one on the point and then making this costly for Rogue.
And Hook's the last one alive though. It comes down to him just to stay alive. He doesn't even have this proper rage anymore. He's going to fall. And finally Rogue, a little bit too much time taken, do finish the second point off with 3:52 left in that time bank. It's not a bad start. I mean, obviously finishing against the best team in the world is...
Here they come, still on the point, just a couple of meters. AKM is going to get 2. Nox is going to get a 3rd in the last possible seconds. Rogue is going to do it.
And AKM again picking up 4 kills in that final push. This man has done it just yesterday on Lijiang Tower. He's able to do it again. And that will...
ground. And now we're going to get into this hanger phase, and TviQ just going ham. I don't understand how they couldn't target him down. The one time that Reaper is actually vulnerable, he can't shift away, is when he's ultimate.
Yes, online wherever you're joining us from, but it's going to be an engagement. Complexity moving straight through the gate, but they're all in the sights of AKM. This could be the biggest high noon of the week. Here it is, 4 kills in a row for AKM. We've seen him do that already, actually.
I don't know about you, Fishsticks, but I really feel like he wanted like a 5 or 6 man.
He was waiting
forever, right? Delay, and as long as they throw it into overtime, there's no chance for the Complexity to have another attack.
Yeah, if you go into overtime, then you do not get the 2 minutes at the end, and TviQ is playing Genji on the point. AKM brought down to so little health, but the sound barrier will keep him alive. uNKOE gets the first kill, and that does not bode well for Complexity here. They were only able to capture 1 point, as they will probably, likely, most definitely be dropping here. Joe Meister with the orb on his head, surviving for quite some time.
JKM hit like 5 shots in a row, but still didn't get the kill. Yeah. That was ridiculous. But they're going to close this one out. There's nothing JKW can do about this. He's just trying to delay. And now Rogue going to be going on attack for a 2nd time. And as long as they capture the 2 points, they will have won.
Yep, that will be the series. That will be the tournament as well for Complexity. Unfortunately for them,
looks stupid.
Yeah,
Just saying.
right? Now this Complexity team, though.